In this video we are going to be spinning the globe to find a truly random location we'll have to travel to and cycle all the way home.
Jesus, look at this view!
And on top of all of that, we'd have to carry everything we needed to eat, sleep and survive on the back of our bikes.
Archie's bag's wobbling around a bit.
To avoid landing in the Pacific Ocean, we used Google Earth's I'm Feeling Lucky feature to give us a random start point. Wherever the pin landed, we'd travel there and cycle back to our home in Somerset. Okay, the moment of truth. Where are we going to end up?
Where will it be?
Are you ready?
I'm ready.
In 3, 2, 1.
Piazza del Duomo.
Oh, Milan!
Milan!
Italy.
How long's that going to take?
The route would take us approximately 2 weeks, and along the way we'd have to cross Europe's biggest mountain range, battle through awful conditions and try and keep our bikes alive in the process.
There's actually bits missing from the tyre.
So we headed straight to the airport and travelled to the Cathedral Square of Milan.
Pizza.
Right, here comes the cathedral thingy. Here we are in Milan, and we're now going to attempt to cycle from here all the way back to our house in Somerset, UK. It took us 2 hours to fly here, and it's going to take 2 weeks to cycle back. So let's see how this trip goes. And without further ado, yeah. Having seen the sights Milan had to offer, we headed out of the city, very excited to approach the mountains in the coming days.
In terms of setups, Robot's gone for double panniers all the way. Classic.
Heavy panniers on the back.
Classic panniers. Someone's got to carry all the stuff.
Whereas
Archie has gone for the faffy handlebar bags and the saddle bag that's inevitably going to start touching his wheel. That's the clearance at the moment.
Easy overtake. This canal trail led us out of Milan and to our camp spot for the night. Unfortunately, we forgot to bring any cutlery or spoons, so we're using good old-fashioned multi-tool. The weather on day one had been perfect for cycling, so we were hoping for more of the same the following morning.
It would appear the heavens have opened. Where's the heat from yesterday? Hopefully this will be gone in a jiff.
Oh well, it's all part of it.
It would appear the heavens have opened.
Oh, already done that joke. Plan today is maybe get to the base of the Alps if we have enough time, which would be nice to get to Aosta. The harsh morning of cycling exposed how vulnerable to the elements we were on a tour like this.
Some bad overtakes going on here.
The one silver lining was that we hoped to reach the Aosta Valley by the end of the day. The weather cleared up later that morning as we passed through some smaller Italian villages with the outline of the mountains coming into view.
Coming up a decent climb now on the way into Ivrea. Today I'm aiming to get a whole brie in my lunch, and Rob's gone for a whole Philadelphia in his wraps. Back on the road after one hell of a lunch. Got a whole brie in my stomach. One whole brie in the stomach.
The combination of some good food, dry weather and the anticipation of the mountains made for a cheerful afternoon of cycling.
We're just cycling along this really busy road and everyone's overtaking everyone. I've just seen one triple overtake. We can see the Alps now, so pretty good. Archie's bag's just kind of wobbling around a bit.
We pedalled further into the mountains, surrounded by some amazing scenery, and the next morning we faced the 2,500 metre high Great St Bernard Pass.
Right, here we go, day 3. It's the big day. It's going to be the best day of the trip.
This is the day.
This is the day of the trip. Today's the big one. It's the 2,500 metre climb passing through the Alps.
Stopping at Lidl was the only way to mentally prepare ourselves for a pass that even Napoleon needed a horse to ascend back in 1800. We, on the other hand, would have to make it to the top using nothing but the power in our own legs.
Here we go. We are now starting the 2,000 metre climb. We are climbing now. Stupid motorbiker. This will be boring on a motorbike. You just go straight up. You're better off cycling it. 10%. Should we give this guy a push? Taking him. It's been done. Still climbing.
think we're over halfway up now though. Yeah, I think it was green when we went through, wasn't it? Oh, we've got like 1,000 meters left to climb out of 2,500. Something not quite right with the surface here. See, one of the main roads was closed, and Robot thinks this is the best route around. It's apparently the only way around. Don't know where all the cars are going, because they seem to be getting through. Oh, God's sake. Oh, finally, back into civilization. That was ridiculous. We're now back on the road that we should have been on the whole time. The views became more dramatic the higher we climbed,
Going up there.
which was taking our attention away from these semi-frequent warning signs on the way up, explaining that this road was closed on the Swiss side at the top of the pass. The trouble was we had already climbed over halfway up by now. Additionally, there were plenty of cars going past us.
Ooh.
And cyclists can usually skirt around roadworks anyway, so we foolishly ignored the signs and continued climbing. We're just going to ignore that for now.
We've got to get up there.
Despite enjoying views of where we'd come from, the climb got continuously steeper.
Come on, we're nearly at the top now. Come on. Come on, 2.5k to go. Just seems so far away still. Just seems like we're never going to get there.
We kept pushing until we finally reached the top.
Pretty much at the top. This is pretty much the top, isn't it? There's even a hotel here. 2,470 metres.
Not bad, really.
Not bad that, yeah.
It's alright.
It's alright for a day's work, isn't it? Quite a climb, that one.
And as we looked forward to starting our descent, we passed into Switzerland to discover the road was actually closed.
Oh wait, is this the closed bit?
This sign says it's closed from 6 AM on the 2nd till 9 PM on the 6th, whereas all the other signs said that it was closed between 7 and 5 on those specific days. So we thought we could get... Yeah, so we thought we could get by after 5 PM. What an absolute joke. As we didn't know why the road was closed, it seemed too risky to skirt past the signs and hope we could get through.
It's 45k to Martigny, so we could get 20k down the road and find that it's completely blocked and we can't get round.
We flew the drone down to find out whether the road really needed to be closed and discovered fresh looking tarmac being laid. As we couldn't cycle through wet tarmac even on our bikes and it was now late afternoon, there was only one thing we could do.
Right, we're gonna go back to the lake, check out the hotel. It's so annoying, stupid road, it's closed for no reason.
I saw you that for a moment you are walking with the bicycle here.
Yeah.
I'm wondering maybe they are looking for. Are you
Yeah.
English?
English, yes, yeah.
From London?
It's not too far away, southwest.
Southwest?
Yeah.
Wales?
Yeah, further down. Somerset?
Somerset.
Yes, yeah.
We were shown around the hotel by our new friend.
Ciao, ciao.
The comfy night's sleep and delicious food left us re-energized. Morning all, and the road down to Martigny is still fully closed. So we're now going to have to descend quite a bit of the road that we came up yesterday in order to rejoin the tunnel road and then get back onto the road we should have been on in the first place.
And you might say, guys, that is not ideal. And you'd be right.
You'd be right, yeah. It's really not ideal. However, after poring over the maps, we noticed a footpath which conveniently started at the point of the fresh tarmac and navigated down and around to the entrance to the tunnel road. We've actually just noticed that there's a trail around the road closed, so I think we're just going to walk that, to be honest.
Yeah, well, we'll go and suss out the road, see if it really should be closed
See
or
if
not.
see if it
for ourselves.
This footpath would save us around 3 hours of cycling and 500 meters more climbing, so it was well worth any small risk. So we popped through the barrier and started descending.
Well, here we go again. Not going to be any cars. Oh, this is more like it. This is more like it.
It didn't take long at all to cover the 5 kilometers down to the start of the new tarmac. The question was, should it really be closed?
There's a construction truck down there, isn't there?
Thing is, that's been driven on.
Yeah, it has been driven on. We're just going to nip past the first little barrier and then head down to where the truck is down there and then scout out the situation again. It smells fresh, but it's been driven on by their construction lorries, so don't see what the big deal is really. Hopefully there's no one at this truck.
We approached this truck with a bit of caution to discover no one inside.
Oh no, there's no one there. We're all good. Where's the next point we can join the trail?
The trail goes around there.
Just round the corner.
We could just nip round the corner.
Should we nip round the corner? I mean, again, this has all been driven on.
We nipped around the corner and pushed our luck even further until we could actually see a roller making its way towards us.
There's a roller there. Hang on, stop.
Okay.
So we scarpered onto the trail.
Let's go before he comes and shouts at us. Yeah, a bit of a walk along here. Hopefully he doesn't care.
Progress was slow along the path, but it was much better than the alternatives, so we were only too happy to wrestle our bikes along a few kilometres of goat paths.
On a bit of a rock there.
What happened here?
We're just avoiding the roadworks.
Food again, huh?
Yeah.
Avoiding the road.
Yeah, just avoiding this little bit of roadworks.
And didn't want to go back down.
So we're just walking around, but I think we can rejoin the tunnel there, so
Yeah.
we'll be fine there.
Down here over the bridge. And
Yeah, exactly, yeah.
Okay.
Thanks. Thank you.
Another half an hour of heaving the bikes brought us back onto tarmac.
We've been really sneaky there, but it's paid off.
That worked.
It's massively paid off.
Where we could finally reap the rewards of all the climbing we did yesterday.
Yeah, you got to get aero in the tunnel, haven't you? Oh, I'm so happy we're not climbing another 700 metres.
So just come down a reasonable descent.
That was the most insane descent I've ever been on. That was just something else.
Right, we're going again now.
We were on an all-time high as we freewheeled down to Martigny, losing over 2,000 metres of elevation.
Oh, it was all worth it now, wasn't it?
Yeah, still going.
Yeah, still descending. This is insane, isn't it? Yes. Going through Martigny now, which is the town we would have stayed at last night, had the road not been closed, but ho-hum. Another cyclist up here who might be about to get taken by the pack.
Yeah, the pack's closing in on.
Yet another victim.
It's a shame to see, really.
Yeah, oh, he's turned off.
Oh.
Yeah, he knew what was coming there, didn't he?
Yeah.
The scenery through the valley was the most amazing we'd seen. The descent continued gradually all the way to Lake Geneva, where we stopped for lunch.
Well, it was a great lunch spot, that, wasn't it? But all good things must come to an end. But now we carry on, cycle alongside the lake for another 60k before tonight's camp spot. Just about to cross over into France, the third country of the trip.
The border back into France marked 330 kilometres of our journey back to Somerset. With the mountains behind us, we cruised along the flat lakeside roads, wondering what could possibly go wrong now.
We've hit some of the traffic now. Definitely into urban France at this point. At least it's not raining. And we're like just under 30k from the campsite.
A few moments later.
What happened to the lovely French lakeside sunny weather that we were just going through a second ago? But we're only a few k away from the campsite now. The campsite we were always going to go to.
Yeah, this was the plan.
Nothing's changed because of the rain. No.
We hid from the rain at a lakeside campsite, but there was no escaping it the next morning when it refused to stop pouring.
And it's now the start of day 5 and it's raining. This isn't that much fun. Why doesn't the rain just stop? Back into Switzerland and it's still raining. That's Geneva over there and it's looking very wet.
We cycled through the city and out of Switzerland as quickly as possible.
So we're out of Geneva now and I think everyone's got the same question on their minds really. When will it stop raining?
When?
The rain persisted into the late morning as we pedalled through the second mountain range of the trip.
Pretty grim at this point. So wet and so cold.
A McDonald's lunch was the only way we could claw back our morale. Into the afternoon, the rain finally gave up.
It stopped raining!
It stopped raining!
Imagine that. Oh, the fact that it stopped raining just solves all the problems in the world.
Like, I don't think there's any world wars going on right now that couldn't be solved by a nice lack of drizzle. This, combined with descending down from the Jura Mountains, meant morale was back at an all-time high. So things are really looking up now. Not only has the sun come back out, we're also descending, and we're like an hour away from the campsite. Now we got nothing to complain about. I've got the aero on Robot, I reckon. I'm more aero, not even pedaling. I'm taking him. I'm more aero. Oh yeah, easy. Wasn't even pedaling. Jesus, look at this view. Oh, I wouldn't mind sparing a minute. Yeah, for this. Absolutely staggering.
And that's where we're going, down to that road.
Is it? Oh my god. That is a ridiculous, that's probably one of the best views I've ever seen. That was an insane descent, wasn't it? Ridiculous. That was absolutely amazing. Another cyclist just up here, about to be taken by the pack. He knows it. Oh, he stopped. It's embarrassing. Camping. Wow, look at that tension. This is the beginning of day 5, and look how clear that sky is. There's not going to be any rain today, is there? It's looking good. I've had 8 brioche and chocolate rolls for breakfast. Day 6 was our biggest yet, with 160 kilometers covered through Macon and Morvan National Park. This is the start of day 7 of Milan to Bridgewater on our bicycles. Heading to Milan's this morning to buy our lunch. We pulled into a local Aldi to buy our shopping for day 7, where Rob seemed to be acting a little more strange than usual. Got our shopping?
Yeah.
What have we got, Rob? What have we got, Rob?
We'll see in a minute.
I'll just show you. Wait, if I just show the camera the shopping.
I don't think we need to.
Can I not just show
Actually, we're in the shop. Right guys, it's actually Archie's birthday today, so we've just bought him a sneaky cake.
We book our ferry and it leaves
at
9:15 on Wednesday.
Happy birthday to you.
Oh, Rob.
Happy birthday.
You didn't have to do that. Are you not singing the whole song?
No, well, you get the idea, don't you? Well, open it up, Arch.
Okay. What's it going to be?
See what it is, yeah.
It's a cake.
It's a cake.
Oh. The cake seemed a lovely gesture, but it might have just been a jibe at my bags being too small.
And it fits in my bags.
And here comes the rain. All done. We made our way into mid-France with some more tragic weather, finishing in Bourges for the night. And we're almost at the campsite, so another day done. 145k today. Hey. Nice bicycle, mate. 2 personnes, 1 tent. This is how we do dinner on bikepacking. We got some pork, peppers, tomatoes, and a lot of pasta. Oh yes. We'd now ticked off 800 kilometers of our journey home in a week of cycling. With 600 left, we were feeling positive at the start of day 8. This is the beginning of day 8.
Going left.
Going left. All right, calm
God.
down. We're actually going left here. This is the beginning of day 8 of cycling our bicycles all the way from Milan to Bridgewater.
Yep, we are taking the bikes.
They got a bit of a mains water leak here, I think, right in the middle of a roundabout.
That'll be flooding it soon, I would imagine.
Yeah. We stopped by the cathedral in Bourges to soak up some French culture. It was a perfect morning for cycling, so we weren't letting anything get in our way. Just gonna ignore that. The signs turned out to be a road closure for a village fete in Nancy. Initially, the locals securing the fete's border were only giving us directions back the way we came. But after a bit of negotiation with a language barrier causing confusion, they settled for an escort on foot through the village.
Okay.
Merci beaucoup. Haven't you got a village fete to look after? Jesus Christ. We actually got an escort through the village to make sure we didn't stop at the fete.
Yeah, make sure we weren't taking any detours. But it's funny because we basically saw all the whole fete.
Got some free tickets there. We stopped for our regular lunch of a cured ham and cucumber baguette. With each day that passed, we were edging closer to our ferry port of Le Havre. And this is day 9 of cycling from Milan to Bridgie. And now we're just going to head to the cathedral in Orleans. Nice cathedral, that one. Not bad, pretty similar to Bourges Cathedral really. Heading out of Orleans now. Oh, I think we just about got through that one. Another place sign turned upside down. The place signs had been turned upside down by the country's farmers in protest of legislation, rising costs and lack of subsidies. Oh. We were battling a nasty headwind as we pedalled the flat farmland towards the coast. Hey! The following morning we were treated to a fantastic sunrise before hitting the road for the 10th day of cycling. Day 10 of cycling these two bicycles all the way from Milan to Bridgie. T-minus 1 day away from the ferry port now. We bypassed Paris and cycled straight for the ferry port of Le Havre. For lunch that day, Rob was really pushing the boat out. I've gone for my classic baguette, got a bit crushed in Rob's pannier bag. And Rob has gone for just
Another baguette.
a whole loaf of bread for lunch.
It's a
That's not a baguette. Rob, that's just a loaf of bread.
This is a baguette. It's just a slightly wider and less long.
That's not a
than
baguette.
Archie's.
I think Robot got through his loaf of bread in the end. Did you get through all that loaf of bread?
Great baguette. I don't know what this guy's talking about, to be honest.
Our last campsite in France was the best one of the trip. We're only sitting next to each other to block the wind because of the stove.
Yeah. Just blocking the wind, purely.
Just blocking the wind here. And after a slab of pizza for breakfast the next morning, we didn't leave in the most gracious of ways. Possibly the best campsite of the trip, this one. What do you think, Robe?
I'd say it's up there.
Oh god, no, I can't unclip. Ow! Oh god. What the hell happened there?
I got on the bike, tripped in with my left foot, turned the wheel too much, but then I fell down to the left and I just couldn't do anything. Ow.
On the 11th day, we cycled for 4 hours to arrive in Le Havre. We are heading for the coast now! To get there though, we had to cross the death trap of Normandy Bridge. The heavy side wind, in combination with barreling lorries, felt quite sketchy, not to mention we were supposed to be in the bike lane, not the pedestrian path. Pretty windy on this bridge, and that bike lane is an absolute joke. That's so dangerous going in that bike lane. And there's Le Havre over there. Christ. That was so dangerous, that bridge. After 10.5 days, we'd made it to the edge of France where we enjoyed our final baguettes. The bikes have made it to Le Havre and served the lads before catching the overnight ferry back to England. Here we go. Descending down onto the ferry. The next morning, we began the 190-kilometre final day of cycling to make it home. And we are now back in the United Kingdom of Great Britain and Northern Ireland. After the border control had conducted their thorough searches of the ferry passengers, we hit the road. And we've got 185 kilometres to cycle till we get home in 1 day, which is going to be very fun.
Yeah, really fun.
Already cracking along. I was going to say let's get cracking, but we're already cracking. With fresh determination to make it home, we pedalled through Portsmouth. Oh, we cycled all the way across France in 12 days and had no bike issues. And now we've been in the UK for 1 hour and my back tyre's going down. Initially it looked like the valve nut was just loose. Oh, the nut's just loose. So I pumped it back up. I bet one of the employees in the ferry deck undid that. Back on the road again. Thankfully it was just the nut which was loose, so all good there. But it quickly deflated again and it turned out I had bigger issues than just a puncture. Right. So it's not just a puncture, but there's actually bits missing from the tyre, which is just great, isn't it? Okay, so change the inner tube. There's still some pretty patchy sections on the tyre. Not looking great, but we're just gonna have to carry on and see how we go. The condition of the tyre reflected that of our bodies at this late stage of the trip as we cycled through Salisbury and skirted past Cranbourne Chase. Despite this, we were still very determined to make it back today. Oh, my legs are cooked.
Are they?
Yeah. The pack is now T-minus 2 hours away from Bridgie and from home, which is also about the same amount of time as it took us to fly out to Milan about 2 weeks ago. Cycling's such an inefficient method of transport, but boy is it a fun one and a challenging one. The heavens opened for our final few hours of cycling before finally approaching our hometown and the final destination of our adventure.
We are going to make it from Milan to Bridgie.
We're definitely back in Bridgie now. We got traffic. Oh, what a trip it's been. After almost 9 hours of cycling on day 12, we'd finally made it home. Made it all the way back from Milan. And we're pretty knackered at this point, but it's been one hell of an adventure. We hope you've enjoyed this one, and do check out our Patreon page for early access to the next adventure.